Yes, only that. There's only those things. Welcome to those watching this on YouTube. We are getting ready for our KTL match, Archon round 3 versus SCSteele. Um, just talking. So I believe I played against this deck that Sydney is bringing with one of my Thrall decks. I don't remember if it was Spritetoro or not. Didn't go well regardless. So not feeling great about this. Biggest issue is these two Lost in the Woods. I think what's been surprising me though is the shadows in this deck kind of is a lot more threatening than I would have given it credit for. So the Rig Lottery is going to be a big one. Again, if I can discard some of those key Untamed pieces with that Rig Lottery, it's really big. She doesn't have any shadows, so that's a really nice burst for us. Um, there is Amber Control. Cryptic Collapse is pretty bad. Infernus is not as terrible. Like, we're just so used to losing cards anyways to them being tokenized that Infernus is kind of just whatever. The two Parasitic Arachnoids is rough, but it very much depends on what prophecies they get put under. So Heads I Win is really interesting because we've almost been playing a lot of our games as if that's there because we want to set up our board for hitting only thralls with the group Think Tank. And so I'm actually getting used to trying to play with only with alternating houses with my creatures anyways. So let's get a game going here. Uh, let's go ahead and put a time limit on. Don't think that's going to be an issue. Sorry, I realize listening to me typing on Discord, but you all not being able to see it is not the most interesting, but I'm not going to show you my Discord, so. Load it up, and then we'll go look at the decks a little bit more. Amber Control is always tricky with this deck, but I think we've been handling it better. Mark of Dis is, again, just one of those things that, like, her deck, maybe she just discards the Saurian a lot. There's only 13 creatures, so you're really not, like, super hurting if you do that. There's more shuffle in with the Sedimentary Nap. Paleontine Society is a little bit scary. Kraken Reform is scary. Defense Initiative not as scary. Vesuvius Dome. I mean, we have the shark, so we have a chance of just destroying that when it comes down. But again, creature destruction stuff is not our biggest issue. It's the bounce, the shuffles, those kind of things. But if we can get her to play some, even the Infernus or Eye for an Eye, like, yeah, hitting Eye for an Eye unless we can kill it isn't ideal. But we can Mark of Dis away from those untamed terms just to give us a chance to get more thralls down and do some more discarding. I think that's really big. So I think we have a chance. We probably have to get a little bit lucky, but it's Keyforge. There's going to be luck involved. That's kind of how this deck feels like it's been winning anyways. But the thing with this deck is you kind of get that critical mass of discarding. So it's just like almost a controlled amount of luck every game. But it has been interesting learning to play this deck because I don't know, it's a very, very thinky deck to play. I kind of almost want to try it in adaptive, except it's not fun to play against, especially if you don't have a deck that counters it well. It's just not fun at all, and it can just overrun some games if they're not higher level decks. But it's much more challenging deck to play than I would have initially guessed when I opened it. Like, I didn't even play it for a while because I didn't think it would even be fun to play. It's just not like I didn't think it was my play style or anything. I thought Thralls were a terrible design decision, which still debatable. But against PV and GR, I don't mind playing stuff like that, and learning to play it has actually been really, really fun. I think it's one of the more enjoyable decks I've had, which is crazy. And I think that's only because it's a really hard deck to win with in the current. Not really hard, but it's like it's not an auto win deck by any means, and I feel like most of the stuff people are bringing against it are more mean than thralls, which is hard to believe, but it's just true now with TV on the market. So it's just interesting. What else is interesting here? So, I mean, we've got a lot of creature control, but that's mostly wasted because, again, I don't think she is going to be playing many creatures. Plan is just to Lost in the Woods everything back in, but you can't. Yeah, I guess she discards her creatures and then Lost in the Woods, so she doesn't have to throw them back in. And then puts these under the prophecies. So maybe the way to win is just guess ask again later correct for the entire game. Maybe if I do that, we'll be set. Ooh, she's locked into a longer one down there. It looks like Zoc is also playing right now. Yeah, right. 2008, 2000 IQ, right? No Mars in this one, which is a little bit sad. Does she have artifact control? I think that's one of the other things is I've been running into so much artifact control with this deck. And if I can get like Soul Snatcher, Levy of Souls, Titan Outpost down, this deck does way bigger things. The trick is, I think that when we played, she probably punked at least some of that away before I got a chance to land it. But like I've had to play this deck most games, just assuming none of my artifacts are staying down. Because there's just so much more artifact at common now, it seems, with especially with the Star Alliance in PV. But I think this deck really struggles to win if it doesn't get the pressure from Soul Snatcher. That's such an important piece. And again, in this matchup, we just don't get as much pressure from Soul Snatcher because she has ways of removing creatures without killing them. We don't have any wards or anything, so we can't really avoid the Lost in the Woods, like if we get our Forsaken down or anything like that. So, you know, we'll just see. What else can we say about these decks? Just padding for time now. She's here. SCSteele, one and only. Amazing player, and I think she talked about this deck on the podcast. I think this is the one she was talking about. That she has like an 87% win rate with it now, which is terrifying. I don't think this is a starting hand we want at all. Soul Snatcher is tempting, but that's what we want. We want to see some of those artifacts. It's eye for an eye, turn one. Heads I win. Yep, there's the eye for an eye. Discarding the shower and the Vesuvius Dome. Okay, so she's expecting to just go fast here. We're gonna go Logos. We're gonna play this first. Awesome. We get a Cinder. Take that. We're gonna go ahead and yeah, we don't need the Shark now because the board clear is gone, and we discard Shoulder Id, which is totally fine. Have another in hand, so we don't really need it. Okay, Lost in the Woods happening here. Almost guaranteed. Oh, playing the Vivid Fairy, so maybe not. I would be totally okay if not. I think we go back into Logos and we just don't play the Garwin here. Or no, we play the Garwin. Ooh, there's the Punk. Okay. I think we're okay with that. We'll get to do some Logos stuff. Now we probably get a Lost in the Woods. Did their Punk discard anything? I'm so confused. Why is there so little in her discard? Oh, she shuffled it back in with the Warflean. Okay. So shuffled the punk back in. That's fine. Go logos here. We'll choose Saurian. That's fine. That hurts a little bit, actually. Do we just not tighten outpost then? Maybe we don't. Kill that. Play this guy. I think this is almost actually a bigger... no, we want the token for the rich score. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think the longer we can hold off this firing, the better. That was definitely one of the cards you could have purged there. Can't play creature cards. That's okay, I think. What does that mean? I might discard some stuff. Plays parasitic. We just go into logos. So we don't go to check if we go this way. I don't really want to throw this on the bottom of my deck. We're probably getting punked here, so maybe I should just do it. We just got to discard stuff here. We'll rich score first. Steal one. We get a gate warden, so we'll go ahead and hang this and return this to hand and then discard this. Problem is now we proc heads, I win, but we got one parasitic here. Or she just punks us here. Very likely. Nothing to fight with the Warflean at least, so she can't get it back as easily. Ooh, Lost in the Woods herself. We'll take that. Cladogenesis into just so much dis. This is the most dis possible. Are we okay with that? I think we are. Again, we're proccing this, but we need to get into check now. 2 discard pips, so I think we do take our archives here. What do we think this is? I think I don't want to lose my... Actually, because she's already used the thing that shuffles stuff in, right? Sedimentary nap is gone. What could this be? Oh, you shouldn't have? Maybe that's fine. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and Cinder. Discard the Lurking Hob. Okay, and then there's the Arachnoid. But we've got a nice follow-up here. Yeah, so the good thing is, outside of... I don't think she has a good answer to all of this. She's got to find one of the... She's got to get this back. Life Ward's a little scary, but if she plays a creature here, we're going to Mark of Dis it. Science point to yes. Okay, so this is probably going to be the second one of those. I've got nothing for you to purge, thankfully. She just makes her deck a little bit thinner here, probably hitting those untamed creatures. Oh, maybe she doesn't hit the Warflean. Yeah, she gets the Saurian creatures. Paleogene and Sedimentary Nap. We're fine seeing Sedimentary Nap go. Oh, and plays the Eye for an Eye. Beautiful. I mean, yeah, we're going to proc that, but we do get to lock her in. She's drawing less because of the streak. I think we have to discard the gateway here. It's not what we need. We need to find like our EP or something. Yep, there's more captured amber. Put that on the cinder. Yeah, this is the one. Like that with the two arachnoids is just crazy. How did she play the arachnoids twice there? Because one of them, oh, she shuffled one back in, yeah. Okay, but at least with the Mark of Dis, we get some headway there. We get to do more discards if we go Logos. We do get to check also. We don't stop her key because we could not find anything. Unfortunate. I mean, we still haven't seen much. Sorry, and Mog. Okay. So we stun there. We'll go ahead and I think we're just going to kill off a few of our own things here. Oh, life ward. Never mind. That's fine. Discard. Discard. Practical methods. Oh, I should have done this differently. Darn. Discards punk. So we do this. Discards Delta P. All right. I mean, Delta P, I don't think she wants to play anyways because that gives us a bunch of amber. But I guess it gets her amber too. Oh, no Eddie, no rich score. And no... Our EP is gone, I guess. So if she can get this amber back, we're in a lot of trouble anyways. But those were great hits. We'll take the punk hit. Discard Sylvana for more stuns. It's okay. I think we're just going into shadows and blowing some stuff up. Or do we just get this down? No, I think we have to go shadows here. Do we get to check? It'd be... I have to play it right. So we do Lamindra, Hob, Merkins, Shoulder Id, but then this goes off. I don't know if we can do that. Maybe we just kill these with the... But that gets 1, 2, 3 if we kill those. Levy doesn't get us there. We're one short. I think we have to do shadows here. Yes. How important is it to play around heads I win? She just reshuffled, so it couldn't be another... I think we have to play around it if we can. So it's Mindra, Booby Trap, gets us check, Shoulder Id, Merkins, for an eye, for an eye. Okay. Let's see if she can stop it. We can make a couple. We can steal just a little bit here. Crystalline Harvest, Lost in the Woods. Can actually make a lot. Or steal. Wow. All right. We'll take it. Game 1. We got it. She's got the choice of turn 1 now. She got a decent discard against us, but we also had a pretty good discard. Or some pretty good discards there. But again, Soul Snatcher in this matchup is, or for this deck, is just huge. I really like having this turn like 2. Just go Logos and drop these 2. If she heads, I win, then we just give up 1. Archive the mark. Or she just punks because we didn't do the thing. Punk here would be not my favorite. Yeah. Heads I win is probably, oh, you shouldn't have at this point. What did she discard? Bunch of Saurian and Untamed, so that's not good for us. Okay. We're back into some decent stuff here, but definitely lost some things we didn't want to lose. Okay, there's the Vesuvius Dome, which I don't know if that's huge in this matchup. Purge is not fun. Lose Mark, Slipshot, Eddie, Hit and Run. Honestly, Hit and Run is probably the worst one to lose here. Forsaken and Mark of Dis, yeah. Those are I think the natural ones. But just from what I've been playing in this, I don't think they're the correct ones. So we lock her back into Dis here. And just make some tokens. So I have to order this correctly. What? So the way I believe that should work is they're both after play. So I would be able to choose the play effect of this after. I'm not gonna waste time on it here. I that was gonna go off at some point anyways. So here we are. Titan Outpost, not the best thing to see there. force her back into dis. This is an action, so she can't pop it. Can't reap either because of the Gate Warden. Might just fight the Gate Warden. If she does that, then I think we just ping a bunch of our tokens. Maybe we just steal, since we did stop the key. Yeah, let's do that. Let's steal. I like that. And then we can actually booby trap for a bunch of amber. Untamed it is. Untamed or dis should be equal, but oh, it's Saurian. That's fine. Go ahead and steal. We will booby trap to discard a bunch of stuff. Parasitic Arachnoid gone. Paleogene Society gone. All good stuff. Not a check, but we did stop the key. Lost all of our tokens, sadly. And here's Punk is gone. Could be a shower. Yeah. For Untamed. And there's the Cladogenesis. Does not hit our logos, thankfully. But these are not cards we want to have in hand. So, decent burst. The question is, do we keep the EP or not? Lost in the Woods is fine. Redraws into Lambent. Is there 2 Lambents in there? What? So, this is weird. This just drives me insane. When you reshuffle stuff in, it just feels like it all gets thrown right on the top of your deck. Like, it's so frustrating. All 3 cards that she just shuffled back in got put into her hand by the Punk. I guess it was after the Cladogenesis. Yeah. There's just 2. Okay, I need to stop complaining. It's not good though. We're in a tough spot. Shadows doesn't look great. None of this looks great. We can at least tax the key, so I think it's just... This feels too slow. I think we have to go shadows. Now it's probably dis. Life ward, okay. I think we're okay with discarding that. Get some amber, drop this guy, discard this. Call it a day. All right, we got some stuff back. Shower, Punk, and Clado are gone. Wonder if I shouldn't have even played this in case this is the other Arachnoid. Hamstrung purges Lurking Hob. She can have that one. I'm so okay with that. Should be getting the key here. As I win. Hide Viper. That's interesting. Man, I really don't like this Logos. Maybe we just go for it. Kill a couple things. Get the Artificer down. Hold some shadows. She just redrew though, so probability of Punk is higher. We just don't steal much yet. I'm gonna try for 1 turn. Redraw. We'll see Untamed. Oh, she hasn't drawn through. Okay, so we are safe. Beautiful. I think we're gonna go ahead and blow that up. Discard Cinder. Go ahead and blow up that. And just get this guy down. Didn't get any more token gen, unfortunately. We have to go dis next turn. We might not be going dis next turn. Getting Traumatic Echoed. Can't play creatures. That's fair. Could just go Logos. Make a token, discard Garwin. Or just discard stuff in shadows. Or discard stuff in dis and make a token. Look at the amber if we go this way. We discard more if we go dis. Crystalline Harvest is not good. That's going to be so much amber. Ah, and there's our Eddie. Oh, it was the fate effect was Crystalline Harvest. We revealed, though you shouldn't have, which is also not great. Okay, still no more tokens in shadows, which really the only way we get that is hit and run, so I don't know why I'm trying so hard. But at least we have this one down, so if this one doesn't die, we at least get the steal 2 with some nice burst and discard here, so could still have an okay turn. Less Lost in the Woods happens, then it's less of a good turn. Do we EP here, or do we just get punked? Ask in later is probably, oh, you shouldn't have. I think we have to play this, otherwise we just lose to punk right away, right? Okay, gotta sequence this correctly. On tame, Saurian's in there, so we'll say dis. It's invigorating shower. Ditch the Imperial Scutum. Okay, so we play slip shot. Play shoulder id. Play rich score. Booby trap here. Get the reap. Don't stop the key. Sadly, we have creatures on the board too. Discards library and word of returning. Not ideal, but if we get this key at least, we have some amber control. We also have our hit and run here, which is nice with the slip shot. Discards Pied Viper. If we had Mark of Disc, that would have been pretty awesome. Delta P destroys the slip shot. That's sad. Ask again later. I think it's Logos here, but I really don't want to discard this EP. I think we get... It's discarded for us, doesn't it? Like, we just have to assume that. So maybe just more tokens on the board is better. Big Lottery is not enough burst. There's no reason to damage this. Could just kill this so it can't get... Oh, if this is an Arachnoid, it doesn't matter. I think we go Logos here. It's still Dis or Saurian. Alien Gene Society, okay. Oh, discarding Marcella off of the effect. Play Garwin. Play Practical Methods. Part of me really wants to keep this alive, but I think we just have to... Woof. It's not what we want to hit. We have token making. We have Eddie. I think we have to ditch the EP. We didn't draw any of those things. We drew some token making, so we can tax at least. But it's scary. We're not making any amber on a dis turn. We need to be able to go shadows here now. Yeah, because even Logos doesn't get us to check. The only thing that might get us to check is... Might have to go dis here. Soul Snatcher, no. It's bad. Soul Snatcher would have been really helpful. Okay, so at this point, we are assuming this is a arachnoid, right? So, but we just have to guess, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's probably this. Eye for an eye. It is this. So, reap. Should have checked what my math is here. We have 3 we can hit. Get the check. This is not doing anything for us. We just ditch it. Okay. She has to go dis. I think this will be Infernus or yeah. That's unfortunate. She has full rain. We do have a 2-pip card in here as well. What did we discard? Both of you shouldn't have, and the Cryptic Collapse. Holy cow. There's a life ward. I think we go shadows because we can just get back into check with shadows. We can't play creatures right now. This isn't making tokens. We can't play this guy. Probably get punked next turn. I think we're still guessing sorry in here. Shadows is check unless we get hit with a arachnoid. Nothing else is check. What do we say, Saurian? Oh, we got it. We got it. We're so lucky. We are not playing this. We can't anyways. And we'll go ahead and life for a life. Ping. Destroy ping. Ooh, we're so close. We're so close. Saurian? Can she stop the key in Saurian? Does one of the Scutums have a capture pip on it? No, that one's house enhanced. That one's discard pip. Kraken Reform to play Gateway. That is not what you wanted to see there, I don't think. Oh, return a card. What do you have? Kraken Reform again. Or Paleogene Society. Gets my shark. Holy cow. Holy cow. Did we win this? Man, Spritetoro becoming one of my favorites. So, I mean, that gives me a little bit of hope that we might be able to beat the other PE one. Because that one, I mean, that one's tough. That one's got I think 2 invigorating showers, and then it punks the it's like a house enhanced miasma or something. There you go. I mean, I'm shocked. Sydney is an amazing player, and like I said, I think this deck is. I think she said it's been doing good. I'm trying to remember what she said on the podcast. Like she has a really high win rate with it, but she said she played it in person and it felt a lot different. Which I can see. There's so much upkeep with a deck like this, with like what you're discarding, how to get the cycle going. But I mean, we dodged. How many cards here did we dodge? The Punk and the Paleogene, or not the Paleogene, the Cladogenesis. So I think on this reshuffle, we got super lucky. These two early, and then almost no Untamed after that for a while. But discarding all of this was insane off of the rigged lottery. But rigged lottery is like, it's one of those cards in this deck that I never thought anything about. But it's really good. If your opponent is not playing shadows, it's really good. This deck is able to just burst more than you would expect in that shadows house, especially. And, you know, Sid's deck not having quite as much. What's the amber control? Man, it's at 11. I guess we discarded the Cryptic Collapse. Where were the Arachnoids? Are those also hidden? Maybe both under, because we didn't. I mean, we got lucky too, not procking this. So we definitely got lucky. I think game one felt a little bit more like both sides were hitting pretty hard. I think this game, I mean, still she's on 6 amber, so it's still super close. I think it could have gone pretty bad for us, but Punk is so weird in this deck. You can get really clunky hands, but there is just a decent amount of small amber control in every house. So like punking might just actually be giving me an out versus not. I don't know. Yeah. Mark of Dis, I think, is very good. Locking her into Dis those couple turns was huge. I don't think her deck wants to go into Dis more than once, but she had to play the Infernus for the Amber control. So I don't know. It is what it is, but I will not complain. We'll just take that and see what the rest of our team can do. I don't think we've had the other two games. Magic Deck started their match but wasn't able to finish. It's at 1-1 for the adaptive, so we'll see what happens there and see what Dave can do in Triad. But thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. Been a fun night, but it's a lot of Keyforge this week. I'm getting tired. I still got my match against June tomorrow for Final Refrain, so if we don't see you sooner, we will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time on Phlox'em. Bye-bye.